Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Gamer, and we are returning to our Let's Play as the Soviet Union in Humankind. It is interesting because we are about to build the first couple of tanks, and I'm very excited to see how exactly that is going to turn out for us. We are probably going to declare war on the Persians pretty soon, because that historically is a fantastic idea. But yeah, let's see about that. So we have a couple of units still walking about over here. And honestly, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to finish off the English first. I don't actually think that is going to take too long. We are going to declare war on them right away. It's going to be a surprise war as such, but I don't think that they're going to stay here for long. So let's start the siege over here. I'm not sure whether we will be able to bring some further troops there. For example, these guys. Now, you're still burning that down, but honestly, you might actually be able to get in here, and that should allow you guys, for example, to start burning that down and just continue that task in a way. Right, here we are. Let's do the manual battle. Let's set up our forces. I think our forces like that should be okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter too much really. Right, why are you attacking first? I never really quite got that. Well, I should have set our forces a little bit better up, but here we are. Right, so they're going to run out of here and suicide themselves against us. Fine, I don't mind that too much. Right, let's get our forces as close to the enemy here, though, as possible. I suppose you guys can run over here. Well, we've got these riders there. Now, what we definitely need to do is bring up... Yeah, I think we'll come over here. That's not ideal because we are standing on the river tile there. But we can't really get anywhere else, I'm afraid, where we could shoot at these archers. That's the one advantage that the English have, is their fantastic use of the longbowmen. But that's not going to help them out here too much. You know, we can indeed just fire on them. That should do it. That is indeed their last city, so we should be able to burn that down pretty quickly now. And we have pretty much burnt down this area here. Now, do we found another? Yeah, I think we do, because this is just simply good terrain. So, yeah, let's just place it over here. That's immediately going to give that to us, and it's going to give us this stuff. So, yeah, I think that's good. What else do we have then? A couple of more riders down here. I don't think there's anything else here that we want to burn down, is there? Well, there's a question around this city. We could attach it to some stuff, but honestly we probably just aren't. So let's move you over here and continue with the Ransack. Oh, there's interestingly enough, there's one swordsman over here. You need to be split off, and then you need to be moved towards... Let's move you into Babylon, and then we're going to disband you there. I think that was just a leftover sort of from the other stuff. Right, everyone else here is going to move to Knossos, I think. Yeah, we don't need a railway. I think everyone is just going to move there manually. That should be okay, right? Yeah, I think so. Let's move you guys down here just so that we are ready to attack the enemy over there, and that should be pretty cool. Right, you guys fine over there. I would love to attach these things really, but again, there just doesn't seem to be too much point. Oh, by the way, you should definitely build the coal deposit up there. Yeah, and let's move everyone up. Everyone, please do come down here. Then we've got these submarines. I think there were more ships here from the Babylonians, sorry, from the Persians. And we won't chip away at them because they are gonna cause problems as we go about here. But so far we're not seeing that much. Yeah, let's move you up a little bit. Well, there's one person over there. Well, we can move into their territory, we just can't attack them in their territory. There's a harbour over here too. Interesting with that little deeper positioning there. Right, you know what, you guys try to come together and then merge up. Right, we are currently researching progress, which is lovely, and then we're gonna start going from there into nuclear things. Close to victory in the war, indeed. I think we do have the war all done for, so let's force us around here. That war's pretty quick. We are now above our capabilities here by a certain margin, so that's not great. But I suppose you guys can actually stop doing this and then re-engage it? Yeah, because that will allow you to do that a lot faster. Right, so you guys just, everyone move up. Babylon, you finished a lot of your things. You're doing fine in terms of industry. We are getting a lot of money now because we've got the benefit there. So, what's really our long-term plan here with Babylon? I think you might be going for research quarters. Isn't there some research to be gotten? Yeah, this is actually a good research area here. Some tile improvements, a lot of adjacency bonuses. You know what? Let's do it. Let's build up research there. We're going to place some over here. And then we're going to slowly expand from there. Yeah, that works pretty nicely. Can we go for some of these bonuses here too? I don't think we need to go for the researchers. We don't have any researchers for the moment. But other than that, we are fine. Similar over here. So the stability here had been lacking a little bit. I think we can build the aqueduct, because it's just going to increase that further. So that is nice. Other than that, we are fine in research over here actually. So let's build a little bit more research quarters, so that we're going to get some passive benefits there. And I suppose over here is fine too. It's not a strategic resource, but nevertheless. So these things, I think, should give us a bit of a downside, because effectively the stability will be lacking here a little bit. But we could go for games, but I think we're just going to continue building up these things. We could, of course, also just build a commons quarter. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. That would cost us a little bit of things over there. That's 15, that's plus 25. Yeah, you know what, it's fine. We're going to get it, and I think that's generally going to be a good idea. Right, yeah, there we go. Knossos, you guys have been starting to build out some research infrastructure down there too, right? Yeah, you have. Good, let's continue to build that up. And get all of the adjacency bonuses that are reasonable. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. You guys, now what are we going to do with this stuff here? So we've got a couple of market quarters. We've got a farmer's quarter. We've got a stronghold, which always is a little bit weird. We've got a single maker's quarter and then a commons quarter. Is that really worth attaching to anything? Honestly, I don't think so, because it's going to be pretty difficult to actually grab hold of all of that. So, in fact, we might just want to continue to burn that down. Get the money and run. Okay, you guys definitely need to be disbanded. A little bit more population here in Mycenae. Mycenae is one of the weakest unit areas, so let's actually try to build it up a little bit more. And especially, of course, here in terms of industry. Because industry, always good, and always a little bit lacking. Right, so everything here is fine. That does mean all of you guys need to move down here. That, I guess, includes you. So we're going to be coming in from one side with cavalry and from the other side with tanks. I guess that makes some sense. Right, you guys, you know what, we can probably split you up, right? So, because I think if you own the area, it's technically not really required that all of you are going to be here. So let's have you burn this up separately. It's going to give us a lot of money next turn. There we go, though. Right, do my job, guys. Yeah, that's fine. And then you guys can move down here so that we have you sort of adjacent to where you need to be. Move down here. Oh, some English. Let's try to get rid of them. Because I really would love to prevent them from re-establishing themselves somewhere. Yeah, see, they're fallen. That's lovely. And we're going to get some gold on top of that. And can we get the mercury? That would sort of benefit us very nicely. The oil, I don't think we need. But, yeah. Okay, you're fine over here. Can we take a look at where they are? Yeah, down here, unfortunately, we will not be able to attack these guys, at least not without declaring war. There is another... Ooh, there's a haven down here. I don't think I've ever seen that one being built by the AI. Yeah, our submarines are doing fine. And here are our T-34s. Lovely. I'm not entirely sure why they do have a star on there. That seems almost like a Sherman. But fine, I suppose. Let's get you into the water. That's our first badge here. And this is the second badge. Which I think you can go into this tile here without taking damage, right? And we might want to take at least one of you guys back to cover these approaches. Yeah, we've got tanks coming in on long ships. It is kind of hilarious, honestly, but fine. I think, you know, these guys do not count as cavalry, so I think they should be able to enter any enemy tile or so. Right, you're building stuff down. You don't really have the population. You need to recover that for a moment. At least we are cutting into your production there of forces. Now we could build something like that. We have a little bit of an issue here with the enemy religions. What else could we be building up here long term? Let's do include another parade, which you easily finished. I would love to get the encyclopedia. Well, you've pretty much got all of the infrastructure that you reasonably need over here. Yeah, let's just finish it so that we are getting more carryover. And that will allow us to build that up in the future. Right, lovely tile over there for some research. And that's a plus 33, that's a plus 32, really? Okay. Did you have the infrastructure to... Yeah, see, we need the infrastructure a little bit. Because then I think these tiles over here will actually be better because they're adjacent to more research quarters. So let's continue to build that up. Can place down one over here, which should be okay. And let's say one over there. Right, fantastic. Good. Napata, you guys also doing relatively fine. And let's do build an aqueduct. I want to safeguard ourselves a little bit against potential increases in unhappiness, because if we are declaring war, that will cut a lot of our trade routes and everything. So I think having you do this over here is gonna be fantastically fine. We don't have that many research quarters, so let's do this. And then see about everyone. Okay, you guys are doing okay over here. Pretty much all of this has been burnt down, or is being burnt down. Why did it suddenly change in timing? I think it's because it's not officially ours anymore. So that's okay. So let's also check. So there are some holy sites over there which we probably want to burn down. So let's bring you over there. Didn't we ask all of you to simply come down here? I thought I had. Submarine. Well, you guys are fine, but really the big issue is we need to safeguard our guys coming over. Right, let's bring you here. You guys are going to be brought there. You guys come down there. Right, there we go. There's a lot of tiles here that are going to be a little bit more difficult to navigate. And then you guys can get over here. That's all pretty cool. You guys can actually be disbanded. Get a little bit more population into Babylon. Continue to build up stuff. Yeah, I think that's a fantastic idea. Right, more grower installs. Encyclopedia researched. Lovely, lovely indeed. Because that means that down here in Ashur we can build the academy, which we're happily going to do. And in some of the other areas too, right? Where did we have a lot of research quarters? Knossos? Yeah, I think so. So academy, also inventor, also science per researchers. And Babylon, you're also emerging to be a science hub here, so let's build that thing too. In fact, we can build this quarter there like such. Stability is looking fine though, so that's all pretty cool. And then we've got Kerma. You guys don't have really the need for... You don't have any research quarter here. Which is fine, but... Do we want to build a commons quarter maybe at some point? Yeah, let's build a commons quarter, and mostly because I'm a little bit concerned about this situation once the trade stops. Mykonos, you guys have finally finished a couple of things. You are lagging behind still a little bit. Do we want to build the... Yeah, that's at least 16 industry. It's pretty expensive. But we can actually buy it, honestly. And then build out some more industries here. Yeah. Some various bonuses here due to adjacencies. What is this? This is just a maker's quarter? Oh no, we are getting the money anyway. Yeah, that's fine then. Okay, that's looking good. And then lastly, Napata. Yes, again, what are we going to do with you? Now, you do have a couple of research quarters at least, so I think the academy is going to be worthwhile for you. So yeah, we are going to do that. Your stability is otherwise looking fine. Still, let's get the market quarter in there right briefly, like that. And then maybe we can get another district over here. Yeah. Why not? Hattusha, you've built the aqueduct. That's the only thing that we really have here? Interesting, interesting. I thought we had a little bit more than that. Let's build these guys up and maybe a little bit more farms. We did have farming district. Was it here? Yeah, that's. I mean, the game renders that as pretty much housing, so it's a little bit funny, but otherwise you seem to be doing fine, right? Yeah, I think so. We do have an event. The 24/7 is finally owned, gleaming machine of productivity. But this output is coming at a very human cost. Cases of depression. Who? Workers' rights or overproductive? What would workers' rights do? So this is working conditions. I think we do have... Is this working conditions? Yes. So that would flip that around. It would mean that we have a lot less money, but more stability. No, honestly... We're going to get overproductive? That doesn't matter too much. But that's nice. Good. Right, so you guys are continuing to burn down things over here. All in all, pretty lovely, but I think what we've learned is that We probably... Ah, damn it. I did not want to change that, but I can probably still salvage that. Yeah, that like that. Then you guys, can you burn down that stuff over there? No. Okay, move into rear direction, apparently. Okay, but everyone else here is doing fine. I think so, at least. Right, let's come down here then. What exactly are you guys doing here? Armenians, go to this. You guys don't have anything that I really want. And you're kind of bothering me here, so let's do a fight here. Oh, we're actually going to get a lot of money for that. Yeah, I think the Eldorado is really only applying to battles and not so much to ransacking itself, it seems, to me at least. Right, let's bring everyone forward. Right, and everyone else here is fine too. Okay, you can get to that point there. And then we are, I think, gonna start the war here. Very, very soon. 2 more turns till we're getting progress. Sorry, no, this is just progress. Until we're getting Research Institute. Kerma, you have finished up your stuff there. You are getting some population back, which is also lovely. Yeah, but none of this matters for you. Yeah, I think what we're going to do here is we are simply going to build another army group. Mykonos, you did build the industry. Your industry is starting to look acceptable, honestly. Yeah, and having it down there might make some sense. And at that point, you're actually exploiting some river tiles, so let's actually start producing these things too. Let's try to maintain our stability here as well. Now, Partai, you know what? You guys are a little bit shy on population, but still we are going to also build another Red Army group here. Hattusha, you really just need to make me money. Academy, we can go for that, but honestly I think more money here is simply going to be more useful. Well, let's do build one over there. I don't want to get too many tiles that we are still exploiting, so that should be okay there. Can we expand anywhere here? Yeah, that's cool. Right, who else then? The tanks are making landfall soon, so that is encouraging. They're not going to be really supporting each other, but kind of close-ish, so I guess that's fine. Everyone is burning stuff, so you just can make your way down here, I suppose. Okay, some people are starting to get on board here. Oh, I should potentially get a harbour here. Yeah, we haven't really gotten any other harbour other than that, so let's establish one over here. We'll actually make sure that that's a high priority. Food per farmers is not really that crucial, but maybe that would be nice. Right, so yeah, let's start getting you onto the sea. We've got you guys. Do merge up with them down there. And then up over here. So where are those stone circles? Right, there's stone rings. Burn it. We can actually... You know what? You're going to do that in one turn. That's fine. Wait. 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 End the turn. Then I think we are almost ready here. So, can we bring you on towards land. Well, not yet, but let's bring you down here. Submarines can support that action. And then you guys, where do we want to land you really? Do we want to attack Byblos or do we want to ravage the northern part? I think Byblos is a good idea. There's also some districts over here. Okay, let's get there. See what our cities are doing. Yeah, you just built the tanks. That's lovely. Let's bring them into the sea. And then what? More research? More stability? More influence? Our influence is still kind of capped. But your population is still so low. Your food is still pretty high though, so you know what? Let's actually do build another of these districts here. I know it's in construction somewhere. I'm never quite sure whether that's our area, our technology, our religion, but what can we do? Right, stability here is looking fine. Food is looking fine. So, in that case, let's continue to build up our research capabilities. Nopta, you guys... I'm running a little bit out of ideas of what I want to do with you. I think we had built up a farmers area there. Which we're not really using. Okay, let's place that on there just to get some more food. And Knossos. Again, research quarters. This is such a big area. Yeah, that looks very reasonable to me. Also notice how quickly we are building those. The Marines don't have anything to do now, but soon, very soon, we're going to see some form of war declaration. You're actually going to need 2 turns there. Can I merge you up here? Ah, too bad. That was my mistake. I was thinking that they could potentially get there this turn, but they can't. Right, so let's start sailing out this way. I'm guessing we're just gonna sort of come there and overwhelm them as we are. I'm hoping, at least. I'm hoping. Right, so the harbour is done, so you've got a good embarkation point here. That at least is useful. You did burn down this thing, that's nice. How about the religious pressure right now? There's still... Oh, that's a holy site. Yeah, we're not going to destroy that. Sorry, a wonder. There are some stone rings up there. I want to burn them. And the turn. And here we go. Lots of ships here, and all of a sudden, Research Institute researched. That's nice. New wonder can be claimed. And that's actually kind of cool too, because I think, well, a lot of these things are actually useful. Potentially even the Machu Picchu. Taj Mahal does give us more money. I don't think that's really required. Statue of Liberty. Money and Science. I do normally like the Eiffel Tower. But we might just once place the Sydney Opera House. Empire State Building? Trade? No, we're not generating that much trade. Now, with Machu Picchu, the thing that I never quite get is how is that food calculated? Is it just access food? Or is that all food? We don't know. We're going to claim it, and we're going to find out. We're going to see whether we can get more population here. And the way that we're going to do that is assure you are going to be building that in one of your mountain tiles. Because, let's actually check. So, which of our cities is Napata? Really? That I did not expect. But here's the thing. I don't know whether that counts the 491 food coming in, or the net value there, or the 1,000 food that are being generated. And if it's the latter, we'd be better building at that in Ashur. And I think it probably is the raw food that is generated. But I don't know. Still place it over here. I like that idea. You're building that anyway. Ooh, your stability is tanking. Pollution. I see. That is really, really going down. Okay, you do need another commons quarter then. Preferably in a location where it doesn't use an enormous amount of things. Hmm. 7-4? 4-4. Yeah, okay, let's do build it up here. We're going to prioritize that. Machu Picchu can come a little bit later. And then Kerma, you're actually going to share that production because you're super good at that. Your stability is looking fine. Babylon's stability is looking fine. Manuscript per researcher? Yeah, you're starting to develop some researchers. Let's actually also give you the public fountain because we learned that it's nice to have that. And other than that, you're going to continue building up research quarters, especially over there where you've got a triple adjacency bonus. And down here we've got a double adjacency bonus, and over here we've got a double adjacency bonus, and that's pretty nice. Good. Right, Napta, you guys could actually support the infrastructure there. You're still so low on actual people though. And it's only getting worse. Do you want us to build building Machu Picchu? I don't think we need to do that. So let's instead focus on expanding our food footprint. We are getting food here anyway. So yeah, I think we're just going to build a nice little triangle here. Hattusha, make me money. This is your main priority. Generate more money. We are, I mean, this is all commercial quarters, and still we're not really making an enormous amount of money here. It's just, we're sort of just barely covering, right? So here we go then. Let's land. That does use up all of your movement points. So technically, I guess we would not need to attack this turn. But we certainly can. Ooh, this is a... I've never seen that. That's one of the bonus things there for getting the relations there. But you know what? I think we do only have a couple of minutes here. So honestly,
tell me what is on your mind.
We are going to declare war. It's going to be a surprise war. We're going to get the traitor badge. We're going to get a super bad traitor badge here. It's only gain more war support when destroying an enemy district, and we also gonna have the thief, which does give us more money. Interesting. A lot of our trade routes just collapsed, and that we need to make sure. Our stability here in some of these places has just been absolutely smashed. So that does mean, Hattusha, my friends, you're not going to be building these makers market quarters. What you're instead going to do is you're going to be building commons quarters, because apparently we do need some level of stability here. And I'm not sure where this stability is actually sitting, because that might actually be much below 0 too, which would obviously not be so nice. Right, any place that we're going to be building these is not going to be great because of adjacencies, of stuff that is on the tile, I mean. But nevertheless, I think we have to. So yeah, let's do build up a couple of commons quarters here. Asur, you are also at 0. Nevertheless, you are at least building the wonder. You guys are fine for the moment. Napta, you are also at a point where probably more farmers' quarters at this point don't make any sense. Let's try to build commons quarters. For example, over here. At least here we know how many we need. It's a couple. There's a bad tile for this, but we're going to do it anyway. And we've got a couple of 10 plus 10 tiles. Not ideal. I would have loved to do something more. Yeah, let's take that one. Okay, that's at least going to stabilize it somewhat. Hatusha? Yeah, you'll need to be stabilized. Ashur, you need to be stabilized. Koma? You're still solid. Knossos? Solid. Babylon? Solid. Mycenae? Solid. Mycenae, can you actually... Ooh, look at that. That's a super nice hamlet. And you don't even have the food on the river tile. Right. Okay, that of course does mean that now we are gonna try to sink their fleet. They are moving about a little bit here, which I suppose is fine. Ooh, and they're actually sending one of their armies. Notice how big this army is, but also notice how medieval it is. So that's one thing to consider. I'm hoping that we can now do a battle over here. No, we can't. I had hoped that that was the fleet that was just running from us. We do actually need to force them to come to battle, but I think we can do it this way. And this way we might be able to sink a lot of their fleet, a lot of their army, in the water. There we go. That's a good deployment here. Right. Oh, the bad thing is these guys over there. So let's bring at least one of you in, sink that ship. Bring the second guy in, sink that ship. Yeah, this is a slaughter. This is an absolute slaughter here with our German U-boats. Yeah. 7 units lost. That was harsh. That was harsh on them. Their war support is actually still okay, but that was brutal. Right, let's check on whether we've got anyone else here who's trying to make a break for it. We can come down here, I suppose, because we do have these reinforcements here that are coming over. 4 armies. Very interested to see how good they are going to be. Also interesting to see whether they're going to have 2 armies here, basically, or whether it's all going to be one group. Let's bring everyone over. Okay, you guys have sufficiently burned stuff down here now, have you? I think you guys at least should try to make your way to Mykonos. And then these guys should try to burn over here. No, that has already been burned. Okay, fine. For some reason I thought it hadn't. Right. Not a big thing though. Oh, look at that. They've got a lot of man of wars. Yeah, but technologically they really, really do suffer here. Stone rings? Can you burn them? I thought you did. I specifically asked you to do that, but apparently you didn't care. Right, let's see. Machu Picchu completed, lovely. Ransack successful, lovely too. Notice, by the way, how much money we are losing at this point, simply due to all of these factors here. But notice that even though we built a Commons Quarter and the Wonder, our stability here still is given as 0. So we'll need to be a little bit careful here. We've also got an event, Artistic Ownership. Now this is an interesting one, I think, because it does give you a lot more influence. And I would love that influence. But we don't have enough influence to implement it in the first place. So that's a little bit of a downer. Now what are we going to do? We could be building more Commons Quarters. Some of them do give us pretty good stability. Plus 20, that's not too bad, right? However, I'm also thinking that some garrisons would increase stability a little bit. Do we have any luxury resources that we can buy from anywhere? Can potentially get some over here. All of these would be increasing stability a little bit, right? You guys? Oh, we're buying everything that we can from you. No, there's nothing more that we can buy. Oh, by the way, you're young. The Toltecs. You're going to try to establish yourself somewhere. Yeah. We're really missing luxury resources at this point, so I suppose the things that we're going to try to do then is we're going to start a battle over here. And interestingly enough, they are attacking us. And more seriously, it does lead to a problem here. Because I've only 3 spaces where we can be placed anyway. And they're going to be coming down the hill. That might be the first horrible battle that we're seeing here. Let's see, they're going to attack this guy. Strongly, at least it seems like our army is holding its ground relatively well over here. Okay, that's good. Let's bring in 1 submarine. Sink that ship. Let's bring in another submarine. Sink this ship. Let's bring in another submarine. Excuse me? Well, that's lovely. Oh, by the way, notice how little damage this guy took at the end of the day. Right, so now we've got a little bit more silk. It's probably not the most important. And a little bit of coal. So these guys are also industrializing. Still, our stability is looking 0 in our capital. But I'm thinking that's okay-ish. We lost quite a couple of people here. That's alright for us. So, where are you guys going to move? We can move through all of this. Yeah, these are research quarters. Okay, let's move down here in this direction. There is an admin center. And here we can go again and continue our siege. We're going to maintain that siege. Or shall we try to attack them? You know what, I do want to find out whether we can attack them actually. So I think that setup is more or less fine. Let's start with one of you deployed right next to that. Okay, so you do in fact need to be right next to them. Which obviously we are at this point. Are they going to do a counterattack? And can we cross into their fortified zones? That's to me the big question. Well, we did win that siege, did get a lot of additional things here, and that's great. And Assure, okay, you're looking fine in terms of stability now. Fine-ish, I think. So that's great. Now you guys are going to lose war support pretty quickly, and at that point we'll need to decide on what we're going to do with all of these things here. Now, I am a little bit concerned about time, but let's try to move up our forces anyway, and at least try to sink the remaining fleet that they have got over there. I don't know where they moved here, which is unfortunate. Instant resolution. Yeah, I think they... Hopefully we didn't lose anything. That would be a little bit silly. Notice they do have a lot of bigger fleets down there, and our fleet, especially up here, is not that technologically advanced. So I think we'll need to send at least 1 group of submarines up over here to check out whether everyone will be fine. Actually, we also want to do some looting here on the trade port. Okay, we can't for now, but that's mostly, I think, due to the fact that we can't move up. Yeah. That being said, I'm going to take a look here and set up a couple of things that I hope are going to improve stability a little bit. We might need to change a little bit our research, but we're going to see. So, until then, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I do hope to see you around next time. Bye-bye.